Joining me now is Congressman Brad Schneider, representing the 10th District of Illinois. Congressman, thank you very much for taking the time. I know this has got to be a very busy and traumatic day where you are. I know that you and your staff were somewhere near the front of the parade when the shots rang out. How close was the front of the parade? Give us some idea of how close you were to the actual shooting.
Sure. Well, first, thank you for having me. Thank you for covering this story. It is a heartbreaking story. Our town has been truly devastated. The parade had just started. My team, this was one of 5 parades that we were walking in today. This was the second one. My team was gathered at the start of the parade. They had not entered the parade route yet when the shots were fired. The shots were fired at the very beginning of the parade, kicking off. And everyone scattered. People made their way as quickly as possible to safety and getting to ultimately to their homes. But for our community, what should have been a day of celebration, celebrating our nation's birthday in Highland Park, thousands of people gather every 4th of July, line along the route. The community walks in this parade. It is the schools, it is the local bands, it is the local community organizations that make up this parade. And today, out of the blue, some evil spirit decided to shatter our community and with a high-powered assault rifle, kill 6 people, murder 6 people, and wound others, leaving families destroyed and our community really in pain tonight.
Yeah, and they are haunting numbers. Law enforcement telling us 6 dead, 5 there at the scene, 1 died at the hospital, so many others injured with critical and serious injuries. What do you know? Do you know anything more about your constituents' conditions at this time? We didn't get a lot on that from the news conference.
I don't. I've been hearing different things. This was a high-powered assault rifle, so people who were struck directly with one of these bullets. These are intended to cause severe damage, and they've said that many of the people in the hospital are in critical condition. I am praying for the full recovery of everyone that's injured. I send my condolences to the families and friends of those that have died. Highland Park's a strong community. We will come together, and this community is going to grieve, and it's going to suffer for a long time, but we will find strength from each other and work our way towards healing and recovery.
Part of the terror right now is the police say the suspect is still at large. They've set up a perimeter. President Biden just moments ago, I'm sure you've seen this, ensuring that Highland Park, the community there, will have federal support, that it's been enabled to get there. What kind of federal resources do you know, as being a congressman there, what do you know will be coming? We know the FBI is on scene. What else can the federal government help do to help in this situation?
Let's start from thank you. Let me start from the beginning. The first responders, as soon as shots rang out, and there were thankfully police who were part of the parade, those first responders, police and firefighters, there were nurses and doctors, immediately responded to help those who were hurt and wounded. Law enforcement from the area, from the county sheriff to local police departments have been here helping, and now we have the federal resources coming in as well, FBI, ATF, and others. It's critical. This community is scared. I live in Highland Park. It is, you look out the window and there is nobody outside. We are heeding the police call to shelter in place, to stay inside. My prayer is that the police are able to locate this person, identify and bring them into custody so that the community can breathe a sigh of relief. But it's not just here in Highland Park. Events around the area from Deerfield, Northbrook, even the beaches in Evanston, they're shut down because the entire community is fearful that on a day folks were looking to be together. Instead, we are isolated and many people in fear.
Congressman, you have advocated for a number of measures to limit gun violence in the United States. The same kind of violence that you saw there in your community today. Just before you go, I want to have this quick conversation with you. Inevitably, after every one of these mass shootings, people will talk about guns. People will talk about mental health. Well, we know nothing about this shooter so far, except his age and that he was white with long dark hair, slender. He's slender. But without knowing anything about this shooter, the conversation will go to guns and mental health. But inevitably, we will continue to talk to representatives like yourself in another town next week, representing a district there. Everybody in this country wants to know what can be done to stop this. Is it one thing? Is it two things? Is it multi-pronged? What do we have to do to stop people from dying on the streets of America?
Great set of questions. Look, today was Highland Park. Last month it was Uvalde. Before that it was Buffalo, and we've seen communities across the country every day. I think this is more than 300 mass shootings in the country just this year alone, and we're just halfway through the year. I came into Congress and I was elected first in 2012. We were at our new member orientation in December of 2012 when the Sandy Hook shooting happened. I thought we would get some action to reduce gun violence in our country. Then we've had Sandy Hook, we've had the Pulse shooting, Las Vegas. The list is long and it's growing. No other country are we seeing the violence like we see in this country. And there are things that we know that we can do. No one single solution, but universal background checks, making sure people who shouldn't have weapons can't get those weapons will reduce gun violence. Limiting access to these high-capacity magazines. We don't know for a fact, but what I'm hearing is that this shooter may have had two 30-bullet capacity magazines that allowed him to fire those shots off. And if you've seen the video, you hear pop, 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 pop. Every one of those pops is a bullet that's entering someone's body, causing devastation and death. We can work to make it illegal to traffic guns across state lines. There are things we can do, and it should not be partisan. It's not a Republican or Democrat issue. This is an American issue of how do we make our communities safe to celebrate the 4th of July, the birth of our nation. How do we make it safe for communities to come out and attend a parade or go to school, go to a movie theater? These are the things that we've got to find a way to address and make sure that in this country we're taking steps to reduce gun violence while at the same time respecting our Constitution. I think both are possible, but it takes resolve. It takes the ability to stand up to the gun lobby and others who don't want to see any progress made.
Congressman Schneider, thanks so much for the conversation. It is a conversation that is going to need to be ongoing because these kind of mass shootings in this country are not slowing down. They're picking up pace.
Absolutely. And thank you for covering our story today. Stay with our community, and may there be no more of these shootings for a long time to come.
That's what we do, Congressman. We'll continue to do it. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.